Oh yeah, okay, so we just... Oh! We just secretly dispose of wastewater from the settling basins into one of the lakes. Beautiful. I guess that lake's gonna be happy, isn't it? Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on the Transport Fever 2 campaign with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to beautiful, beautiful Canada, where we are currently doing our best to absolutely destroy the environment with all the oil, well, tar sands mining that we are doing out here. Now, I have technically already recorded this episode, but unfortunately, like a professional YouTuber like me would do, I've forgotten to hit that record button. So, very evidently, we're doing the same thing all over again, and, well, we will go and deliver some plastic to the settling basin. First things first, and I will act as if everything is totally new to me, just for your pleasure and enjoyment. Now, if you're new around here, and if you happen to enjoy this episode, please make sure to smash that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're currently 400 subscribers out from 1k, and every single one truly does help out a ton. But with that said, and out of the way, we do, to my knowledge, already have somewhere around here a tanker that should be hopefully bringing us some oil. This one right here, 7 units, in order to go and fabricate a tad bit of plastic for us, which we are then going to bring by airplane out here to our oil sands mine. Now the missing piece of the puzzle still is going to be, though, here, the truck stop. So we are going to go and first things first start out by putting one down so we can actually ferry things out to the airport, because unfortunately that's not quite in range of the plastics factory. And then of course we will need an unload stop up there and a road depot right here in order to buy some trucks. Now on the last attempt of this very thing, I made the unfortunate mistake of buying a oil truck in order to move plastic, which evidently doesn't work because plastic isn't liquid, well, at least not in the form that it comes out of this chemical plant. So we will this time around make the proper choice, and we will, I think, we will buy one of these, because I don't know what's going to happen yet, right? We're going to buy one of these, and we are going to go and send him on that very line in order to go and move that plastic from A to B for us. Now, also, another thing that I did discover on the last attempt of me recording this very episode is that unfortunately this thing is absolutely stuck and we're never ever going to be able to finish it. Now, you will all remember that at the end of the previous episode we did kind of just modify our bus line to go all the way up here to King's Road, and, you know, of course that's kind of connecting to Fort McMurray, and technically should carry people from Fort McMurray up to here in that case, but very evidently over like the 20 minutes of me recording the last episode, this thing never completed. So I'm not really quite sure how to transport the research team that way. Obviously doesn't work, so we're literally just going to do is we're going to scrap it. I've kind of lost all hope for that one happening this time around, so it probably won't. And we may as well just go and get rid of all this. Run, little bus, run! Drive faster! Run for your life. There you go, boom. That's gone, that's done, and on we go. Now, the important thing right here will be for that freighter, well, not freighter, for the oil tanker, to go and reach this very thing so we can go and get a bit of plastic going, and then this line should very nicely deliver all that plastic out for us. Let me just double check that that's set up correctly. Indeed it is. You can see right here the settling basin, which is the thing that does require the plastic, and we do already also technically have an aircraft coming our way here, which should then mean that very, very soon we're actually already good on that primary mission and we can move on to the next one. As well, it just says deliver plastic, so I hope that even just one unit of plastic should be fine. But the thing is, they'll probably take like another 5 minutes or so, given that the airplanes always do these random circles here. Like, they take off, they do a random circle, and then they go all the way around and land, so very inefficient that. I'm not really quite sure why they have to do this, but evidently they do. Even with this plastic in here, it's probably going to take a minute or two, so I'll place a quick cut here, and I'll be right back with you when we've actually delivered that plastic out to up here. Alright everybody, and back we are, as you can see, The aircraft is just about to touch down, and there we go. And whenever that actually reaches the terminal, we should be good to go then on the next mission in our very campaign right here. So, that gets delivered, and on we move.
Despite all your persistent efforts to raise environmental standards, public pressure on the oil industry is on the rise. The company faces a crucial decision. It might be advisable to take advantage of the current dynamic and develop new fields of business in the green economy sector. On the other hand, the projections for anticipated earnings in the tar sands business have never been better. Invest in expanding the tar sands industry or switch to alternative branches of business.
Okay, so yeah, here we can actually make a decision between like going to the green side of the business or back to the oil business, which the last time around I recorded this, I vowed to switch to alternatives, which kind of means that we're just going to do that again to stick with the straightforward line that I took there.
Your company will continue to remain one of the biggest employers in the region, except that in future it will be focusing on other fields of business.
Exactly. So, you know, the very green line of business basically is make plastic from oil, which is kind of... and then actually using the plastic to go and make some goods with it. So that's what we're going to go and work on doing. Also, we need to invest 10 mil in researching renewable energies, which we're just going to pay now. And that should be checked off right there. Also, as you can see, there's another side mission right there, which we will happily take in just a minute. At least we're not just stuck to this one, which is never going to finish, but we do have some alternatives. Now, here we have the goods factory, as you can evidently see. So what we're literally just going to do is we're going to slap another airport right there, and we're going to alter the line that the planes follow, because, well, of course, we don't really need these ones up here anymore, so I need to deliver any plastic right there. Both, by the way, named very conveniently with the same names, but at least they have numbers so we know which one to get rid of, which is going to be that one, and we are going to go to the Athabasca Airport instead, which is going to give us some very nice amounts of goods. And, you know, on the upside of things, we're at least already taking care of delivering those out to some places, so we're going to make some money there on the, well, in the longer term too. Now, this here is, of course, going to require a tanker to come in to make ourselves some plastic, or actually that seems to have already happened as, well, aside from a quick save, there's already some plastic stacking up here. So we do have some plastic coming in there soon. I hope that is beautiful. And there's also a new cable car up there. Now, we do have that side mission, though.
There's no way to get around the fact that parts of the forest have fallen victim to tar sand extraction. Naturally, you're going to campaign for suitable compensation measures on behalf of the company.
Indeed. So, we are going to take care of some reforestation here.
Christian carry out reforestation activities within the scope of the previously cleared areas.
And we are going to go to our acid paint tools, as per usual. I think these were sugar maples. Indeed they were. So we're going to use those. We're going to make the brush size nice and big. We need to plant like 2,200 trees, so that's going to take us a second. We're going to go and very nicely just kind of fill in the areas around those excavation sites, right? And fill in this, fill that in a bit, throw some trees out there basically. And we'll, you know, maybe we can just also take care of that forest a bit. Boom, more forest, even more forest. Isn't that beautiful? And we're done. Nice and easy and quick.
For all the trees anymore.
Indeed. So that is another side mission already taken care of. And, well, evidently we've already made some goods.
In the future, it will refrain from using fossil fuels within the framework of the local transportation services provided.
Yeah, so now our objective is going to be to deploy only streetcars in the local transit system, which shouldn't be the hardest task in the world. I mean, basically it is just upgrading a few streets to kind of incorporate some cable car railways and, well, you know, getting some cable cars on the road, selling the buses, and that should pretty much be it. So that's what we are going to be doing. In terms of street size, we'll have to see. I think I remember it to be medium, and indeed it is. So we're going to do electric tram tracks, and, well, we've got a station right here, so it's going to have to kind of originate right there. There's another station right there, which means we're going to pull things all the way through here. And, well, then technically we have to go all the way out here to that bus stop too, I guess. So, going to take care of that, but we're also going to loop-de-loop this one back around and all the way down here. So we've got a nice kind of loop going around the city. And now what we have to kind of take care of, which I didn't take care of last time, is actually making these country roads so, you know, things can travel a bit faster. These seem to be mediums as well, so we're going to go nicely upgrade those to medium electric country roads. And this one is going to be a small one, I guess. And that is that all the way pulled through. So what we're now going to need is going to be a cable car depot, and I think we're going to go and place that somewhere around the outskirts of the city here. So let's go and do just that. Plunk that down. We are going to need some upgraded streets, of course, in order to actually get the cable car onto the proper tram line. And there we go. Now it should be pretty nice and easy. First things first, select the tram, which we're going to select this very fancy one. Well, already saw last time. We have more options here, but this one, very nice and modern, just came out basically. I mean, we all just saw it from 2001 onwards, so it should be very nice and cool to look at, and also quite big, which means that we're only really going to buy 2 and hope that that is going to last us a minute. Going to pause time here for a quick second, because I do of course want to check those out with you. Now I'm not going to act all surprised, because evidently I've seen these before. I can tell you they look very cool, so I'm going to show you those in just a second. First things first, we do of course need to go and assign them to a line, which is a very weird one indeed. Maybe we go and sell the buses on the line first and hope that the line kind of just calms down a bit. We'll try that, shall we? So, buy our... I'm really confused by this line having that kind of shape. Well, actually, no, I mean, like, in terms of tram line, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Maybe, just to make sure, right? I didn't actually double check this the last time. Just to make sure, we're maybe just going to go and delete this line, and we're just going to make a new one. Just to make sure that this actually somewhat works out for us. This still is quite weird, though. I'm quite sure this is not the way that I put the tram lines down. Kind of line 3 again as well, which I guess just happened because we deleted line 3 and there was a space between 2 and 4. I don't know, we're just gonna go and send those out, and we're gonna hope that these actually drive the right way around. Did take care of that call, and there we go.
The global economy demands fuel, not experiments. You'd be better off returning to the oil business.
Yeah, so
the demand for oil hasn't let up. The prices are rocketing, and someone has to take care of extraction and production. What's more, if it weren't for the oil business, the Canadian economy would fall apart.
Alright, so yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I said I wouldn't know that was going to happen, but I just wanted to kind of keep the storyline and go the same way again, basically, after doing things that way the last time. Just to share with you guys what happens, I guess. We are going to do that in just a second. Now, first things first, I do want to quickly look at these fancy new trams actually coming out of the depot with you all, because evidently, I mean, they look really, really cool, I have to say. Quite nice and fancy and modern, and pretty huge indeed. Did that just kind of overturn there? Right, let's look at that. No, okay, that just looked weird for me the first time then. But yeah, so here are our brand new trams. They are, well, evidently following the tram tracks, which should mean that hopefully that route very well works out for them. And, well, it does seem to have actually altered now that we have put trams on it, so happy to report that that is probably all fine. Now, in terms of this, we are going back into oil, evidently, and we need to deliver machines to the refinery and invest 10 million in modern equipment. Machines to refinery being easy enough, just hit pay now, and that's pretty much it, right? Then the machines. So the machines are being made here. You don't need to input anything, which, you know, is a good thing, I guess. Saves us one step off the whole logistics chain. We do need to deliver them to somewhere though. Now the refinery, I think, was the thing out here, as you can see. And given that this thing is so close to the airport, of course, what we tried the last time was to actually go and plunk down a bit of an airport out here. Now, this is going to, of course, be a very curious one, because ideally we would want this thing to be, like, right next to the refinery, or at least as close as that I don't need any separate sort of levels of transport going on. Now, what this collision is, I really don't know. I guess it is the river. I think my idea would be to plunk this down right here. We go and configure this. And we should be able to just plunk this thing down there as far down as possible. And I don't think we can squeeze the street through there, can we? Yeah, no. Okay, so we will have to kind of yeet that around the outside here as kind of tightly as possible. What in the world, mate? What in the world is that street? Well, we can also hit no on the tram track part of things. We'll just try and bring that right into there and hope that that means... Nope. Unfortunately, that's on range of the oil refinery, which kind of sort of sucks. So that means, I guess, that we do have to go... Well, technically, that's in the range. So we don't need a new truck depot. We're literally just going to buy one truck that's going to go 2 meters from here to here to deliver it. Bit weird of a solution, but I guess if that works, then that is what we're going to do. Now, what we will do, first things first, I think, is we're going to define a line there and get a truck on the way. So new line, boop and boop, and we will go and actually get a turbulent truck for the machines, and we will go and send that on the way. And then we are going to go and define a new line, of course, from Fort McMurray Airport to Fort McMurray Sidings, and we are going to go into here and, well, let's get like 3 aircraft, I guess. Doesn't really matter all too much, I suppose. In the very end, the only thing that matters is that we hopefully very quickly get some machines out there. As you can see, they're already piling up, so that is a very, very nice start. And, well, whenever that aircraft actually reaches this airport, we should be good to go. Now, what I do have to say I really like about not flying to this airport anymore is that we are finally avoiding those very weird and annoying circles around those around the whole map all the time. So that's at least something in terms of being happy about efficiency and all, right? But well, anyways, I think I thought that was quite nice. That said, the plane carrying the machines is already kind of, well, halfway there, I suppose. Is this one actually also going? Yeah, it is, but it doesn't have anything on it, which is an issue. And that was a very weird maneuver. Not quite sure why you would do that. Really not quite sure why you would do that. What is he doing? I think he's kind of trying to elongate this episode as much as possible. But there he is now, coming in, which should mean that the machines are actually soon-ish making it to the airport. Then we go and push that into the oil production, and that should hopefully take care of that main mission too. And, you know, with a bit of luck, maybe we get a side mission one of these days too, to kind of spend the few seconds in between these few deliveries once we've got things set up. I'm not too positive, given that the other one is hung up, but you never know what comes our way, I guess. There go the machines, though. They are now piled up nicely right there, and we do have our truck, which has to go, like, no more than 2 meters in order to deliver things, so that should be very nice and doable. Did that truck just open its doors while delivering? Oh, look at that. That's cool. But yeah, there we go.
Don't seem to be functioning properly. See to it that the wastewater can be disposed of elsewhere.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we just... Oh! We just secretly dispose of wastewater from the settling basins to one of the lakes. Beautiful. I guess that lake's going to be happy, isn't it? Oh, God. Okay, so we're doing our best to be the good company that we evidently are. And we will go and plunk down another airfield just to fly the wastewater out there again. Honestly, of course, I mean, it doesn't make any sense in terms of profitability, right? But it's just like kind of the quickest way to get some of these missions done. So we're literally going to do that. We're going to go and get a little route set up there. We don't really even need much of anything else to happen. That's a few too many airplanes, given that, wow, they really are expensive. But we're going to go and basically just get these airplanes underway and, well, amass a whole lot of wastewater. 60 wastewater that we need to go and actually deliver, which, well, is going to take a while, honestly, given the low production figures of this thing. How many can this thing here take? Yeah, so they're kind of just going to level one after another, I suppose. We are low on money, I have to say. We are quite low on money. Of course, given our very efficient way of moving goods around with planes, that is not all too surprising. But we will go, I suppose, and deliver all that wastewater out. I just want to have a quick look at the balance charts here. We're not making any money whatsoever. not even if we wouldn't pay money to build and buy other stuff. Like, that's just, yeah. But that doesn't matter. That is fine. We're going to go deliver out that wastewater. I'm kind of just going to wait for that to slowly amass. And, ooh, nope, they're still flying circles. But yeah, so once we go and... Oh? Wait a second. I think we may have found the first commodity that we cannot... Yeah, okay. We have found the first commodity that we cannot actually fly out by plane, I guess. So, you know, that's something new. We're going to go sell all these airplanes instantly. Boom, money. We are not poor anymore. We will have to go and drive that away some other way. So, I think we'll probably just use streets, to be fair. I'm going to do country roads. I would like to make it a large one, but I guess I just have to get around this thing for a second, because we have still got building restrictions right there, I think. Then we're going to pull a large country road all the way through. Very COVID operation, evidently, you know. Just pulling a huge country road. Why is that a collision? You're absolutely joking. But yeah, just pulling a huge country road through the entirety of the countryside, of course, is a very COVID operation for disposing of wastewater. We are going to go and have a truck unload stop here. We'll also go and get rid of this pesky airport in that case. Should get us some extra money, I hope. Or not? I don't know. Didn't see. Anyways, doesn't matter. We are going to go and build a truck station next to this thing. We're going to go and get a road depot going right here. And we will go and get a line going then. So I guess that has to be our approach. It is what it is. That's going to be our new line. We're going to just select like full load, because honestly, why not? It doesn't really make sense for the trucks to already go there if there's not enough of anything out there. I just need 3 of them, to be honest, if they fill up. So we're going to do that. Way more efficient way of transporting, by the way. Just wanted to say that. And there is our new fancy tankers that are going to just like dump the wastewater into a random lake. Because we're such a good company that always loves to take care of the environment. Am I right? Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, so that's going to happen. I'm going to wait for this thing to slowly go and tick up. And once we're closer to actually disposing of all the wastewater, I'll be right back with you. Alright then everybody, welcome back. As you can see, the number is very nicely ticking up. There's still a bit being consumed right here in the wastewater unloading site. And the last truck with our goodsies is just about to come. Well, I actually set them to just kind of go if you have anything now. Which, you know, works out for the last bits and bobs here. Honestly, you could probably sell one of them. But who really cares at this stage? We are honestly just waiting for these last 10, well, units of wastewater to be dunked into that lake, which, well, should happen any time now. And then we're good to go on that part of our main missions too.
Despite compliance with all due diligence obligations and industry standards, something seems to be wrong with the wastewater basins. Try to mitigate the damage and seal the basins as quickly as possible.
I am so confused. So, We have been so compliant, yet we just dump the wastewater into a lake, and now we try and fix the basins after. I'm so confused. Anyways, we need construction materials now here at the settling basins, which the question would be where in the world we get those. We evidently get them right here. Oh, also,
company has settled countless wild animals in the region. What a shame that hardly anyone was aware of it. The PR department thinks it would make sense to show interested visitors all the animals that apparently feel just fine in the mining area.
Somehow we just instant completed that.
From environmental organizations.
Somehow we just instant completed this mission. I'm not quite sure how. It's probably due to the people being dropped off right there. Not really by bus, more by tram, but if it works, it works. Got another secondary task taken care of. Now we will have to go and actually, we're probably just going to go and build another airport and ferry some of those bricks over like that. Gonna have to get 60 units of bricks or construction materials over to the basin in order to take care of that and then move on. I have a feeling that we're probably already nearing the end of this campaign mission too, but we'll probably see more about that in the next episode. Then for today, we're running out of time, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to end this episode off right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed it, of course. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button right down below. That does always help out a ton with the performance of the videos. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.